Coach, let's talk a little bit about preseason before we get into Friday's game. Talk about how this preseason has gone for you. What have been some good surprises for you, and what you expect to take going into the season?
Well, the preseason was a mixed bag. We played 3 preseason games. Our first outing was not necessarily that pretty soccer game, but it yielded a positive result. Our second preseason game, I actually thought we played well, but we did not end up with a positive result. In our last preseason game, which was played last night, I thought we played extremely well, so we made progress. We're heading in the right direction. I'm positive, very positive about where we're going. I really like some of the new players. We've had 4 or 5 of our new players have stepped it up and are going to be contributors right away, which is always a positive. So I definitely think we're headed in the right direction, but we still got a long ways to go.
Talk about your core of veterans that you have coming back. Obviously, last year was a learning experience for you. You faced a lot of adversity. How does that help your team going into this season?
Well, I chalked last year up to a learning experience. Obviously, it was one of the first difficult seasons we've had in about a 10-year span. But sometimes you have to go through difficult times and to get better, to learn to get a little tougher. And certainly part of that falls on me as a coach. I learned from the goalkeeping situation that we had last year. We now have 3 goalkeepers on our roster. We've tried to create more depth at that position. We've tried to create overall greater depth on our team. But I actually, looking back at it now, I think last year in the long run will be a positive experience. Obviously, it was a difficult time as we were in the midst of it. But in the long run, I think we learned a lot from last year, and it will make us better this season.
Now let's talk about Friday's game now. You play Queens at home. Talk about those two things, what you know about Queens and what it's like for you guys to play at home.
Well, we have not played Queens in a couple of years, but they had an outstanding season last year. They won some really big games. They beat Wingate for one, which was ended up being an Elite 8 team. They beat I believe both Clayton State and USC Aiken. I believe they had wins against quality PBC teams. They were a 10-win team. They're a team that has gotten steadily better over the last 3 or 4 years in recruiting, in their overall play, in their schedule. I anticipate a very hard-fought season opening game, and I very much look forward to playing Katie Squatch. She's a good coach. They're disciplined side, and they have some very special players on the team. So we look forward to it. Kickoff is at 5 o'clock, and we're going to need support of as many people as possible because this will be a tough game.